So what were we discussing the previous class? Relations and functions based problems we are doing, no? And I hope you would have solved the assignment also. Are you able to hear me first of all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were doing some problems, no? So how many problems did we discuss, and did you guys solve the assignment, and are there any questions from it? So you all have the assignment with you, right? Can I have some response, please? So are there any problems that were tough, or is there any clarification needed for any of the problems? Few students approached me saying that 45th question in the assignment, it was wrong actually. Okay, they would have asked you to prove that the given relation is reflexive, but the relation is A is less than B. So a number cannot be less than itself. So there is a mistake in that question. A is less than or equal to B. Okay, like that, is there any other question that you faced issues with? Kirtana, Anushri, are you people there?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
is there any doubt?
No, sir.
So was it easy? Paper was
It was,
easier?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Was
sir.
easier. Okay, that's good. So if you all give me an assurance that things are easy, this chapter you can solve the problem, I'll proceed to the next chapter. We were supposed to start inverse trigonometric functions today. If you're clear, I'll proceed. Shall I? So those who are not able to speak, at least give me a confirmation in the chat box. I'm waiting for your response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So this is what I was waiting for. Then we'll get started with inverse trigonometric functions. But I told you the previous class that unfortunately one part is deleted. What is it? For you to understand inverse, before you understand inverse, you need to know something. What is it?
Inverse function, sir.
Inverse functions is okay, but inverse function you need something else. That's called composition. F circle G, G circle F circle. So that is needed. Anyway, see, I'm not going to touch those concepts. As I told you, right? In the previous class, I told you that I've given the modules. Did you guys get a chance to go through it? If you see, there will be a pre-recorded videos have been shown. There will be a folder in the app. In that, I've explained the composition functions in detail. Right. Along with it, I've solved few examples from your textbook also. Though it is not a part of your syllabus, I suggest everybody to go through it. Okay. So today's class, I'm only going to concentrate on more of problems of inverse trigonometric function. If you have any doubt, again, I'm saying there are pre-recorded videos in it. You can always go through it. I have broken it into modules. It will not take more than 10 minutes for each subtopic. Whichever subtopic you're not clear with, you can always go and see. Okay. Apart from that, if there is any problem that you're not able to understand, I would like you to stop and ask. So having said this, can I directly start solving problems? Or is there any concept that you want me to teach?
Problems.
Or shall we do it? Dilip, tell me.
Problems.
Okay. So we'll do something like this. Okay. I'll solve problems. During solving, right? If there is any concept that you're not clear with, please ask. Okay, just a minute. So with all your acceptance, I'm starting to solve problems from inverse trigonometric functions. Okay. So I'm going to solve problems from the assignment only. I'll solve few problems, then you guys can solve the remaining. 1 minute. Slides. Okay. Ready. Are you able to see my screen? The
No,
PowerPoint?
sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Now I hope it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's get started. The first question is like this. First question is sine of cot inverse x is equal to, options are x divided by root of 1 plus x square, 1 by root of 1 plus x square, root of 1 plus x square, none of these. 1 minute time. So how to proceed first of all? Anybody with a hint? Who can tell me how to proceed?
So we can take the opposite side as 1 and the adjacent side as x and then find sine inverse of.
Correct. So if I take this as theta, so what is going to be the adjacent side? X, sir. And opposite
Yes,
side you
sir.
want to take plus 1. So this will be root of 1 plus x square. So sine of, see, cot theta is equal to x. Am I right? Because they told cot inverse x is equal to, if I assume cot inverse x is equal to theta, taking cot on both sides, x is equal to cot theta. So what is going to be the value of sine theta from this triangle? It will be 1 by root of 1 plus x square. Then what will be the value of theta? It will be sine inverse of 1 by root of 1 plus x square. So cot inverse x is the same as sine inverse of 1 by root of 1 plus x square. Answer 1 by root of 1 plus x square. Option B is right. Is everyone clear with this? Is there anyone who's not clear? if I have some more response, I can understand and solve problems accordingly. Next is domain of the function cos inverse of 2x minus 1. Fast. Domain of the function cos inverse of 2x minus 1. So cos inverse 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to?
Sir, it is cos or cot?
Cos. So how do I proceed? How do I start with? So what are the values inside cos inverse that you can substitute? 2x minus 1 should be less than or equal to 1, greater than or equal to minus 1. Right? Adding 1 on both the sides. Adding 1 on both sides, I'll get 0 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 2. So dividing with 2 on both sides, what will I get? 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. So x belongs to 0 to. So that is going to be the domain. Right?
Sir, in the before slide can show.
Previous slide. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Huh?
Sir, if we change the 1 and x of the adjacent and the opposite, it will remain the same, right?
Then you should take the value of theta like this. Because cot inverse x1, I'm taking it as theta. Up x and the cot theta. What is the basic definition of cot? Adjacent by opposite. Up adjacent should be x.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right. So third one. Value of cot of sine inverse x. This you should be able to solve it faster. It's similar problem. Theta x1 root of 1 minus x square. So cot of, what will I get? Cot inverse of, Dilip, can you tell me? Can you try? Root of 1 minus x square divided by x. So what will the answer be? Root of 1 minus x square divided by x. This is going to be the answer. So according to the assignment, option A is the right answer. Okay. Fourth, the principal value of the expression cos inverse of cos of minus 680 degrees. Options given are A, pi by 9, B, minus 2 pi by 9, C, 34 pi by 9, 34 pi by 9, and D is given as 2 pi by 9.
Sir,
Tulpa.
sir, you have still not posted the assignment yet, no, sir?
This assignment is not posted.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So I want to ask this question. Cos inverse of cos x is equal to x for all values of x that belongs to. Tell me the principal range, guys.
0 to pi.
Close to
Closed interval.
Close interval 0 to pi.
So if I want it between 0 to pi, if I'm able to see cos of minus 680, it is going in the clockwise direction. So I need to get a value where I'm able to bring it between 0 to pi. How do I do that? I think there is a mistake in the question. It is not cos minus 680, it is plus 680.
Sir, but even if it was 680, the angle would be 40-degree, right?
Angle is 40. With this minus 680 also no problem actually. Tell me why no problem?
Cos of minus theta is cos
So
theta.
minus
Cos
theta.
of minus theta is going to be cos theta only. Okay, let's take it like this. So this is going to be cos inverse of cos of 680. What will be the answer? Can I directly write it as 680? No, because it is greater than 180 degrees. So what should I do? Cos inverse of cos of 720 minus 40. Can I do that? So 720 is how much?
2 pi.
4 pi, no? Yeah. So how much is it going to be? Cos inverse
2 pi.
of 2 pi is
Oh,
360, no?
no, sir. 4 pi. Yes, sir. Yes.
So cos inverse of cos of 40, that is going to be 40. So 40 is how many radian? Converted to radian. 40 into pi by 180. Answer.
Two pi by 9.
2 pi by 9 is the answer. I'm also checking it here. 2 pi by 9 is the answer. Is everyone clear with this? Now, the fifth question is, fifth one is the value of cot of cos inverse of 7 by 25. See, whenever they ask you the value, right, what is the meaning of it? You need to eliminate the trigonometric and inverse trigonometric function. So how to solve this? If I have to eliminate this cot, what should I do to the function inside? What should I do to the function inside? I should convert cos inverse to cot inverse. So cos, if I take this to be theta, this is 7, this is 25, then this will be 24 because 7, 24 and 25 are Pythagorean triplets. Am I right? So cot of what will happen? It will become cot inverse of, tell me, 7 divided by 24. So cot of cot inverse of 7 by 24 is going to be 7 by 24. Right? So there is an option like that, yes. 6. So the value of cos inverse of -1 minus sin inverse of 1 is equal to how much?
Pi by 2, sir.
Pi by 2, there is an option, but how did he get it? I don't know whether that is right or wrong, but how did he get it? Cos inverse of -1 evlo?
Pi,
Pi,
sir.
Pi,
pi minus sin inverse of 1 is?
Pi by 2.
pi by
Correct.
2.
That's right. Pi by 2 is right. Seventh one. So the value of the expression sine of cot inverse of cos of tan inverse 1 is equal to how much? I'll get my charger and be back. Keep solving this. Anybody with the answer?
1
Sir,
by
is
root
it
2. Sir.
by
Is it
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2? Let me check if there is an option. So seventh one, 1 by root 2 option idea.
Sir, is it root 2 by root 3?
Root of 2 by 3? Correct.
Yes, sir.
There is, there is an option. See, there is an option. I don't know whether it is right or wrong. Okay. So what is going to be, how to do this? Can you tell me? So sine of cot inverse of cos of tan inverse 1 is how much?
5 by 4, sir.
5 by 4.
Pi by
So cos
4.
5 by 4 is
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2. So sine of cot inverse of 1 by root 2. Drawing a triangle again. If I take this to be theta, which is 1 and which is root 2.
1 is the adjacent side and root 2 is the opposite side.
Root 2. So what will be the answer here? It will be
Root
root 3.
3.
So sine inverse of root 2 by root 3. So answer is root of 2 by 3. Correct. I hope everybody understood, no? Eighth one. Range of sine inverse x. Very simple. So what is the range of
Closed
sine
interval
inverse?
minus pi by 2, pi by 2.
Very good. Ninth one. The value of the principal value of tan inverse of minus root 3. See, I have one
Minus
question,
pi.
okay, before it. What is the answer? Minus?
Minus pi by 3.
Minus pi by 3. Okay. 1 minute, Keith. I want to confirm. Is there anyone who has a doubt whenever negative sign comes, who is not confident in handling it? Is there anyone who is not confident in handling when there is a negative sign for the inverse function? If so, please let me know.
Myself, sir. Sometimes.
No. Sometimes you have a doubt. Okay. See, for the benefit of others also, I want to clear this. See, if it is sine inverse of minus x naught, there are three functions which have the principal range between what values? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, or open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Can you tell me what are the functions which have, for sine inverse x, where is the range?
Closed interval minus pi by 2, pi by 2.
Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? Similarly, for tan inverse x, what is the range? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And for cosecant inverse x, what is it going to be?
Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but 0 excluded.
So minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but we are going to exclude 0 because cosecant inverse 0 is going to generate an infinite, right? Now, this is going to be the scenario wherever there is a question based on sine inverse of negative value, tan inverse of negative value, or cosecant inverse of negative value. Keetana, can you tell me what are we supposed to do? I've taught this.
So we are supposed to take the negative, the fourth quadrant value. So
That's right. Because the values are confined to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Means, where are the angles confined to? This is minus pi by 2. This is plus pi by 2. I hope everybody knows what is the meaning of negative sign in mathematics. It is clockwise rotation. So when you have something like this, just take the minus sign outside and find the sign inverse of the positive value. Find the negative, take the tan inverse of positive value. Take the negative sign outside and find the cosecant inverse of positive value. For example, in this problem, tan inverse of minus root 3. Forget about minus. Since tan inverse falls under the bracket of minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, what you need to do is take the minus sign outside and write it as tan inverse of root 3. So minus of, what will be the answer? Pi by 3. I hope it is clear, right? Whereas, can you please give me an assurance? Is it clear or is there still confusion?
Yes, sir.
Clear, no? Okay. Now the question is, what about the remaining three inverse trigonometric function. One is cos inverse, secant inverse, and cot inverse. I want the
Inverse.
principal ranges.
0 to pi,
Closed interval
including
0 to pi.
open
Ah.
interval, closed interval 0 to pi, but pi by 2 excluded,
Excluding pi by 2.
and open interval 0 to pi.
Open interval 0 to pi. If you see 0 to pi, they belong to second quadrant. Sorry, they belong to the first and the second quadrant. Suppose you have cot inverse of a negative value. What you need to do is write it as pi minus of cot inverse of positive value. See, actually, this is a property. Okay, this is a property which is deleted for you, but you can still use it. Pi minus cot inverse of positive value. For example, if I have cot inverse of -1. So what will I do? I'll write it as pi minus cot inverse of +1. So what will be the answer? Pi minus pi by 4. Answer will be 3 pi by 4, where this 3 pi by 4 belongs to second quadrant. Guys, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? So based on this logic, I'm going to see how many of you are going to solve the next problem in 10 seconds. Okay. The 10th question is sine inverse of -half. Time starts now, 10 seconds.
Minus pi by 6.
That's the answer. Reason? It is minus sine inverse of half. So minus sine inverse of half is pi by 6. That's it. Right. Now, the same question. I want to extend it. Cos inverse of -half. Reducing the time, 5 seconds.
Minus pi by 3.
Wrong.
2 pi by 3, sir.
2 pi by 3.
Cos inverse, cos inverse, what did I say? Pi minus of cos inverse half. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So pi minus cos inverse half was the pi by 3. So it is 2 pi by 3. It should belong to the second quadrant. Is that clear? So please take a screenshot of this page and the previous page. Please take a screenshot, have it with you. Prepare short notes out of it. Is it done? Did you take screenshot?
Can you show the previous page?
Yeah. Make it fast. Shall I proceed? Ram, are you done?
Yes, sir.
So range of secant inverse x. You already told me, no? 0 to pi except pi by 2. 12th one. Principal value of cot inverse of -1. We did this. It is pi minus cot inverse of 1. So pi minus, how much is it? Cot inverse of 1 is pi by 4, which will be
3 pi by
3
4.
Correct. 13. Principal value branch of cosecant inverse x. X belongs to
Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2.
is it all? Except
0 excluded.
except 0. 14. Cos inverse of cos of. See, if I write it like this, no, it is cos, understand. If I write cot, I'll put this line. Please adjust with my handwriting. So cos inverse of cos of minus pi by 3. Answer.
Sir, 2 pi by 3.
Why?
Sir,
There
pi
is a-
by 3, sir.
Pi by 3. Why?
Because in the fourth quadrant, cos is positive.
Positive. Cos of minus theta is cos theta only, no? So they've confused you. Cos inverse of cos of pi by 3 only. So which is going to give you a pi by 3. That's clear. So be very careful. Actually, somebody told minus pi by 3. No option is there. Be careful, okay? 15th. Principal value of sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. 10 seconds.
Minus pi by 3.
Correct. So minus sine inverse of root 3 by 2 minus pi by 3. 16th. Domain of sine inverse x minus secant inverse x. It's a good problem. So for sine inverse x, what is the domain?
Closed interval -1, (1).
So x belongs to -1 to 1. For secant inverse x, what is the domain?
R minus open interval -1 to 1.
So what is going to be the domain, the intersection of these two? Is there anything common?
No, sir.
There is.
-1 and 1 might come.
So R minus of -1 to 1, you told me, is it open interval or closed interval? Means you can't generate -1.
You can, sir.
So should I put a closed interval or an open interval? Think and
Sir, or isn't the values of -1 and 1 will only come?
that is the answer. So the domain of this is going to be -1, 1. Are you able to understand? There's a good problem actually. Is there anyone having doubt in this?
So can you explain that?
See, for sine inverse x, you would have understood that you will get all the values. You will get, you can substitute any value of x between -1 to 1, where -1 and 1 are included. Similarly, when you talk about secant inverse x, right, in the place of x, you can substitute any real number except the values between -1 to 1. Is that point clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the question is, what is the intersection of these two? So for sine inverse x, I can substitute value between -1 to 1. I can substitute in this range. For secant inverse x, I can substitute any value in this range and any value in this range. So what is common between both?
-1, come on.
The only point -1 and 1. That is why I wrote it within a flower bracket. I didn't put it in a open bracket or a square bracket. So means only these two values are going to exist. So there is an option. Option C is the right answer for this. Okay. 17th. Cos inverse of cos x is equal to x is satisfied by what value of x? When will cos inverse of cos x be equal to x? When x belongs to
0 to pi closed interval.
That's correct. So I have a question. Cos inverse of cos x is also x. Cos of cos inverse x is also x. What is the difference between both? Here, x will be an angle, and here what will x belong to?
-1 to 1.
So x will be a value. Purida, it's a very, very, very minute point you need to make a note of. Is everyone clear with this point? So you need to see where is the inverse function. So you need to look at the function which is within the bracket. So if it is within the bracket, if it is a trigonometric function, then the domain of x will be angle in terms of radians. If the function inside the bracket is an inverse trigonometric function, it will be a value in terms of numbers. Okay. So sine inverse of 1 by root 5 plus cot inverse of 3 is equal to how much? So I don't think you will be able to solve this problem. Okay, this problem is not needed. It is from the deleted portion. 19th is also not needed. So 20th will do. See, I'm not saying that 18th can't be solved. It can be solved by you converting both into tan inverse and then do it. But that's not a part of your syllabus. So sine inverse of cos of 43 pi by 5 is equal to how much? Do it. Sine inverse of cos 43 pi by 5. Properties are not known, you will not be able to solve, but let me see how many of you are able to at least approach. I'll change this question for you. I'll write it as cos inverse of cos 43 pi by 5. Can you do this?
Sir, then it's 3 pi by 5.
That is right. Three pi by 5 is right. So how to do that? Because you have 43 pi by 5. Right. See, when numerator is greater than the denominator, write the numerator as the closest multiple of denominator. So if I divide 43 with 5, what will I get? 40 plus 3 by 5, can I write it? That is 8 plus 3 by 5. So what I can do is 43 pi by 5, I'll write it as 40 pi plus 3 pi, the whole divided by 5. So it will be 8 pi plus 3 pi by 5. So what is cos of 8 pi plus 3 pi by 5? Which quadrant are you entering into?
Second quadrant, sir.
So here if you see 8 pi plus 3 pi by 5 means I'll go to write it as cos 3 pi by 5 only. So cos inverse of cos 3 pi by 5 will be 3 pi by 5.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, why can't we write it as 9 pi minus 2 pi by 5?
That makes more sense actually. 9 pi minus 2 pi by 5. Actually, there is a 1 minute. It is not 3 pi by 5. What she asked is right. Because cos of pi plus theta will be equal, sorry, 2 pi plus theta will be equal to cos theta only if the value of theta is acute. So 3 pi by 5, if you take it, no, it is how much? 0.6 into pi. How much is 0.6 into 180?
So 96 degrees it's going.
It is greater than that, no. So we can't apply that. What she asked is right. 2 pi by 5 only you should write it.
So, but it would be minus 2 pi over.
Why? See. Let me see. See here, obviously option will not be there because I changed the question. So cos inverse of cos 43 pi by 5, how can you write it? Cos inverse of cos of, can I write it as 9 pi minus 2 pi by 5? So not 9 pi. Can I write it as 45 pi minus 2 pi by 5? So it will be cos inverse of cos of 9 pi minus 2 pi by 5. So 2 pi by 5 is how much?
Sir, it is
Two is-
less than pi by.
It is less than pi by 2. So cos of 9 pi minus theta can be equal to cos theta provided theta is acute. So which one will we choose? We should choose this one only. So answer is 2 pi by 5 only. This is right answer. That is cos inverse of cos of 2 pi by 5 will be equal to 2 pi by 5. This is the right answer.
So how do we do it for sine inverse of cos of?
You need to apply the property.
So pi by 2 minus 2 pi by 5.
Yes, because there is a property like this. Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. So in this question, they are sine inverse of cos of 2 pi by 5. No. So you can write this as pi by 2 minus cos inverse of cos of 2 pi by 5. I'm not sure how many of you know this property. It's not there, but don't worry. Minus 2 pi by 5. How much will be the answer? 5
3.
pi minus 4 pi by 10. Virka, it is pi by 10. Let me see if there is an option. Yes, it is there. That is the answer. But don't worry, they will not ask you this. So outside properties and all, they will not ask you. But if the question is cos inverse of cos of 43 pi by 5, and I hope everyone is clearly, it is 2 pi by 5, not 3 pi by 5. Though both are falling under the range of 0 to pi only. Did you guys understand why it is not supposed to be taken as 3 pi by 5? Because what is the mistake that was done here?
We took
Cos
the
of-
angle was not acute. So
The angle was not acute, it was obtuse. Which, how many are over? 20, 21 will do. So the range of cosecant inverse x. Range of cosecant inverse x.
minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 included, excluding 0.
Correct. 22nd. Y is equal to sine inverse of minus x square, domain of this function. So what should I do? Minus x square should be less than or equal to 1, greater than or equal to minus 1. Am I right? Now, what should I do? How do I deal with the inequality?
Multiply with minus 1 on both the sides.
When I multiply with minus 1, what will happen?
The
1?
sign will change, so it will
1
become
will be
greater.
greater than, yes, and greater than or equal to minus 1. It's the same. Okay, then what can I do? X square is greater than or equal to minus 1, less than or equal to 1. So what is the value of x that you can substitute?
So open interval minus 1.
Can you?
So sorry, closed interval.
X belongs to minus 1. Right, because it's the same thing. So 22nd is over. 23rd. If sine inverse x is equal to 23rd, if sine inverse x is equal to y, that's what they gave. Then y belongs to. Tell the intervals of y. It's very simple. That is, they're asking the range. So range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. 24th. Theta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by x. Then tan theta is equal to how much?
Root of x square minus 1, sir.
So I don't know. So cos theta is 1 by x. So taking a right angle triangle, this is 1, this is x. So root of x square.
So sorry, root of 1 x square minus 1 by x.
Root of x square minus 1 by 1.
Sir,
Correct, Dhanama? Clear.
Yes, sir.
It is root of x square minus 1. Let me check if there is an option. Option is there. Next, 25th. Is the value of sine of 2 sine inverse of 0.6. I'll give you the options also. 0.96, 0.48. They've given sine 1.2, 1.2. How will you going to approach this problem? Anybody with an idea? Any suggestions to me?
So maybe take sine inverse of 0.6 as theta. So we get sine 2 theta, then apply 2 sine theta cos theta. And then you
That's a
can
very-
substitute.
2 into, from here if I see sine theta, very good. It is 0.6, no, 0.6 is 3 by 5. Correct? Because 6 by 10. 6 by 10 is 3 by 5. So this will be 3 by 5. If sine theta is 3 by 5, what is cos theta?
4 by
4
5.
by 5. I hope everybody knows this, no? Because 3, 4, 5 are Pythagorean triplets. So 24 divided by 5 should 25 should be the answer. 24 divided by 25, now how much is it? Or let us make it simple now. 2 into 0.6 into 0.8. 2 into 0.48. Up evlo varum?
0.96.
Here option. That's the answer. Right. It's a good problem, no? Next one is principal value branch of tan inverse x. Open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So I'm not doing 26. 27th is okay. Sine inverse of, I'll change it, sine 33 pi by 5. It is similar to that 43 pi by 5. Do it fast.
So 2 pi by
Sine inverse of sine of pi minus 2 pi by 5. Yeah. Is that what you got?
So pi minus 3 pi by.
You will get 7 pi minus 2 pi by 5. $33 pi can be written as
Sir, we
35
can
pi
just write
minus-
6 pi plus.
That is a mistake we did last time. No, see, 33 pi, you can write it as 6 pi plus 3 pi by.
No, sir, but then we again get it back to 2 pi by 5 by subtracting pi.
That's what you have to do it multiple times. Is it right? You have to do it multiple times. Unnecessarily, why do you want to complicate it? So you'll write this as 6 pi plus 3 pi by 5. Is that what you're saying?
Sir, yes, sir.
But you so
Sir,
what
so
you
this
want
is
to make-
nothing but minus sign of, I mean, we have to subtract from pi.
See, sine 6 pi plus 3 pi by 5 is equal to how much? Sine of what value will you write? My question is that. Instead, so
Sir.
check for, it is not acute. So what should you do? sine of 35 pi minus 2 pi by 5. Why don't you write it like this? Sine of 7 pi minus 2 pi by 5. 7 pi is an odd multiple of pi. So it falls somewhere before the second quadrant. So 7 pi minus 2 pi by 5 is going to be sine 2 pi by 5. So sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 5 is going to be 2 pi by 5. That is the answer. Because as I told you, whenever you want to apply pi plus theta, pi minus theta or anything, make sure that the angle that is there after that plus or minus is acute. Please make a note of this point. If it is not acute, don't apply that for. Other problems are very simple. I think you guys can solve this worksheet. It's simple. Trust me, you can do it in less than 2 hours. And we have already completed how many problems? 27 problems in 1 hour. So you can easily do it in 2 hours. 50 more problems are there. Everything is similar.
Sir,
Tell me, Pa.
sir, I did with the method which you like told not to do with, and I got the same answer.
Is it so? Can you tell me how you did? Sine
Sir,
inverse of
sine
3 pi
inverse
by
of 6 pi plus 3 pi by 5, right? So I wrote it as sine inverse of 3 pi by 5, which is wrong, but then again I wrote it as sine inverse of pi
of
minus
pi
2 pi
minus
by
3
5.
pi, 2 pi by 5. I understood. I know you would have
Yes,
done
sir.
this. But this step itself is wrong mathematically, is what I'm saying. I understood what you did. This step is mathematically wrong. Because only if you arrive at this step, then you can go to this. I'm saying don't write this at all. It's not about the answer, the approach. Are you able to understand, Suprajit?
Yes, sir.
This should not be written. I'm saying please mark it in whatever color you want, highlight it. This should always be acute. If not, don't apply. If you didn't check whether it is acute, since I told you the logic, you did this, or else I'm telling you, you would have left the option as 3 pi by 5, which they will give you in the MCQ to confuse you. You will take that and come and you'll think you're right. We will check, miss it, don't do that. So that is why I'm saying this step itself, have a preliminary check if that angle is acute or not. Okay.
Sir,
Soluba.
sir, sine 7 pi minus 2 pi by 5, sir.
Mm-hmm. 7 pi minus 2 pi by 5.
So
What
it's in
happened?
second quadrant, right?
Second. Then 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. Sorry, other Mary 6. Sorry. It's my mistake. 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi. Sorry, how many rotations are over?
3.
So 6 pi plus pi na 7 pi inga.
Yes, sir.
7 pi minus acute angle is in the second quadrant.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Got it.
Got it? Yeah. Another, I'm repeatedly telling acute angle. Only then you will be able to decide the quadrant. Seriya. So can you take it as an assurance that you guys will try the remaining problems?
Yes, sir.
Will you? Good. So try it out. Any doubt, please don't hesitate. Reach out to me. Okay, we'll sort it out. So tomorrow's class will start with a new topic. Okay. Shall we wind up if there are no more doubts?
Sir,
Tell me.
do we have regular max class tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll have it. Today I was occupied, so I didn't take it. Tomorrow you'll have it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'll see you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Yeah, bye.
And